What is up, everybody, and welcome to episode number 32 of the Sasha T show. Yes, it's no longer the For Life Trading Cards podcast and video series. We have rebranded. It is the Sasha T show. So, welcome. I really appreciate you guys tuning in, and let's get back to business today. So, I'm making this video and podcast right after Luka Doncic dropped 30 points, 17 rebounds, and 10 assists on the Pelicans. Now, that got me thinking with the craziness of, the sports card market and Luka Doncic's market in general, what are some undervalued cards of his right now that people can go out and buy based on what his base Prism PSA 10s are going for? See, what we're seeing right now with all these new people coming into the hobby is they're not too familiar with variations and stuff like that. They're really simple. They're going after PSA 10s and they're going after base. So that's why we've seen the big jump in those Luka Doncic base PSA 10 cards, which I think we're going to continue to see. So right now, making this video and podcast, the last sale that I saw, the last couple sales were for 500. I did see one for 620. Again, didn't want to include that to be like my main comp because that's just a really high point, but it's around $500 right now. But again, Prism has red, white, and blue. It has pink ice. It has green, right? It has silvers. It has a bunch of different other parallel stuff like that. And I want to really take a look at those prices and see where those were at, because those are the cards that are going to be seeing the next jump once all these new people coming in realize that, oh shit, there's not just base, there's other stuff too, right? So let's break down the numbers for you. Luka Doncic's base red, white, and blue PSA 10 right now is for sale for $400 or best offer. Now this is while Luka Doncic's base PSA 10s are selling literally like hotcakes for $500 on eBay. You can literally get it for $100 cheaper right now on eBay. And it's actually a more pristine card, a card that actually should be more expensive. So that's one right off the bat right there. And then when I looked at the comps on March 4th, it sold for $310. I saw one, $310. It's literally selling for like $200 cheaper. So guys, that's a huge deal. What we're literally seeing right now is so many people flooding the market, and they really only know the main stuff, base, Prism, PSA 10. That's all they know. So that's why we're seeing this this kind of market like weirdness take place. And this is something that you can literally take action on right now. Next card, Luka Doncic's green base Prism PSA 10. Right. March 3rd, there was a couple sales, one for 510, one for 550. Now you might think, oh yeah, that was a lot. I mean, from yesterday to today, the market did change a lot. 510 to 550 is reasonable, but really greens haven't moved in the market. February 16th. So, I mean, a couple weeks ago, last sale was 500. So again, the market really hasn't moved for greens either. So I'm expecting, with all these people coming to the hobby, all these people flooding the markets, we're going to see greens take a jump too. It's just right now what we're seeing is base flooding the market. People buying base, but it's going to trickle down, or trickle up, I should say, because all that stuff is more pristine. And people are going to go after those cards once they realize that they're actually out there and exist. And the market just can't stay that low forever, guys. One interesting thing that I did start to see the rise, which I was glad that I did see. Luka Doncic's silver PSA 10 today sold for $1,500 a couple. March 2nd, they're at $1,200. I didn't know how long they were going to stay at $1,200 at, because on Saturday they were $1,200. On Sunday, when we saw that just crazy rise in Luka prices, they're still at $1,200. So I was really waiting to see when the silver is really going to pop, and I think we're just starting to see that. Again, $1,500 sale last couple. So that's really, really good. That was a card when we saw that first, when Luka went off those that first, I don't know, certain games of the season. I think that was around November, I want to say. We saw his silver base or silver PSA 10s get up to $2,000. Now I expect those prices to probably get around to the same price point, maybe even more, just because there's this last week we saw a crazy amount of people come in and buy cards, especially basketball stars, right? LeBron, Luka, Trey, all that sort of stuff, Giannis. Um, so we're gonna the demand's more on everything, so we're gonna see these prices continue to rise. It's just now, the people come in and don't really know about these colored parallels, and once they do, these prices will rise. But this is a great opportunity for you guys to take a look at these other options for you guys and buy them, in my opinion, for undervalued price points, because you're going under what base is going for. And another great option, guys, is PSA 9s. I know, PSA 9s kind of suck because it's not your Gem Mint 10, but those are undervalued right now too. You can get a Luka Doncic base PSA 9 for like $100 right now. And the base PSA 10s go for 500, which maybe by the time this video I put it out, it's more than that. I don't know. But yeah, that's actually one pickup that I got today was a PSA 9. Because again, I don't think it could stay at $100 for that much longer. It just doesn't really make sense. The prices will go up on that sort of stuff. How can a 9 be $100 while a 10 be like 500, 550, whatever it is? It just doesn't make sense. And again, it's just because a lot of the people that are flooding into the market don't exactly know everything about the card market. So they're kind of going after the one thing that they do know, which is base PSA 10s. I do think we're going to see like a lot, we're going to see a premium price on PSA 10s, a little bit more than we have before, but also 9s are just too cheap, guys. Now this isn't just for Luka Doncic. These are just the numbers I did pull for this video and this podcast. But it's also Trae Young. If you look at it's literally everything. Another big thing that I think will happen because of the amount of people flooding in and what we're seeing the price points get to, a lot of people won't be able to afford Prism based PSA 10s anymore, just because we're getting to a certain point where it's getting really expensive for a lot of people. So I do think looking for status rookies. I really like especially for Luka. I think those are great buys right now. A little tougher to grade, but still great buys. Optic, hoops, all that sort of stuff. Lower tier end select. Those are products you definitely should look at, because I think as more people come into the hobby, more people are buying Prism, those prices really go up. People are going to start looking for other options. And so while you right now have the opportunity to figure out, okay, like what will people be leaning towards once they get priced out? It's going to be status, it's going to be select, it's going to be optic, it's going to be all that sort of stuff. And with the boom in the market of Prism this last week, I guarantee you guys it will be a trickle down effect of all these other card brands and stuff going up in price. So definitely something for you guys to take a look at. So remember, PSA 9s, great buys right now. Trae Young PSA 9s I highly recommend. Luka PSA 9s I highly recommend. Just because they have to at some point catch up to the 10, and it's just really a matter of time. Again, green, pink ice, even silvers to an extent. All great buys right now. I gave you the numbers. Undervalued compared to bases. So definitely something you guys need to take a look at. Need to do your due diligence. The reason why this is happening, again, guys, is because people are flooding into the hobby. They don't know too much about it yet. So that's why we're seeing, bases actually selling more than greens, and which is crazy, or relatively the same to greens, which is crazy. But red, white, and blues are literally selling a significant amount cheaper. So, guys, this is an opportunity for you guys to make actually a good amount of money. I hope you take it. Again, this is Sasha. You probably know me from my Instagram page at For Life Trading Cards. If you're watching on YouTube, please, guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I'd appreciate it a ton. If you're listening on Spotify, please follow me. Again, guys, this is now the Sasha T show. We've got a lot of big things coming. I appreciate you guys staying with the new branding and everything. So I'll see you guys next time.